Hey guys, Erin here with a little bit of everything with Erin. Today we'll be doing another tutorial with your Silhouette Cameo. We'll be going over the pop-up card edition, and you can do this if you have designer edition or higher. I don't believe you have this option in basic edition, which is the free edition. So you're going to need to do a couple things first, and I've gone ahead and kind of started this. We're going to make a card with a pop-up heart inside of it. You will need to make your base card, and mine is a 5x7, and I'll just zoom in a little bit here. That is the red cut line that you see. Then you'll need to make another box that is a little smaller, and that's going to be your pop-up. That's the black cut line box that you see inside of it. Then you'll need one that's half the size of the black box, and that is the yellow cut line you see. And for the basics, like I said, I just did a 5x7 because that's about normal, and again, you're going to fold that in half. So first things first, you'll make your squares, and you'll just use the rectangle option here. And you can click on that to get a specific size by going up here at the top for your lines. Make sure that your lock is unlocked so that you can change the size yourself. And then you would just type in the size that you need. So just like a basic 5x7, and then hit enter, and it will automatically make that size for you. So that's how you would do that. And then I just did the different color cut lines so that it's easier for you guys to follow. The next thing you'll want to do is take the image that you want to pop up, and you'll want to duplicate that and just put one off to the side. The next one you'll put in, whether you're going to do it on the top or the bottom is up to you. We're going to go ahead and do on the top. And if you're going to do the bottom, make sure your yellow box one is on the bottom. So what I need to do is center this. So I'm just going to click on this and the yellow box and go to my transform panel and just center this up correctly, horizontally and vertically. That way you know it's right smack dab in the middle of that page. Next, I'm going to click on the heart, and then I'm going to go over to the pop-up panel, which is just this card with a heart in it. And I'm going to click on convert selected shapes to pop up. This may take a minute, just depends on the type of image you have. So the reason that we did the yellow box is because we want to make sure that this cut line is right on the middle of the card. So the yellow cut line is telling us where the middle of the card is. So we're going to pull this down so that that perforated line is sitting right on the yellow line. And then what we want to do is we want to use these red dots and pull them to the edge of the black line. Not over, but just to the edge of it. And this is going to make sure that we have a nice fold, so when we put the card together, it folds properly. So now we don't need the yellow box anymore. So you can actually delete that. So I like the base of the pop-up to be a little wider. I find that it is easier. So I'm going to open up the pop-up panel again, and I'm going to change the width of the base. And you can use the arrow here or the arrow here, it doesn't really matter. And that's just going to widen that up and give it a little more strength. And then for the top ones, this will be personal preference, but you can do less or more just depending on how much you move the arrow. I kind of try to make it seem like it makes sense with the image, but have as little, like these little ones, I really don't want those, so I would keep moving it until I got something a little better. Like this right here looks great. I would prefer that. So now we have those taken care of. And the reason you wanted to keep your other heart is because this heart is going to be used to cut. So you would need this one to lay over it. You can keep it this size or make it a little smaller so that you have like a little bit of an offset. Just depends, you know, your personal preference again. Especially if you have letters, make sure that you make it a different color. Okay, so now with the red box, I'm going to just move that. I forgot to put my perforation lines in there. So I'm going to grab the draw a line. I'm going to hold the shift key so that the line stays straight. And it's a little long, so. Sorry, I had somebody at the door. Okay, so then again, you'll just want to use your transform panel just to center that properly. And then just highlight that line that we just made and go to your line style panel. And then on style, just check off one of these to make the perforated lines. Just depends on how many lines you want. I like to go with this end cap ones. And then those are ready. So then you would just group that so that it moves together. And we'll move the heart and just group that so it all moves together. And then we'll go ahead and cut this and we will put it together. Okay, so we have everything cut out. Sorry guys, I don't do a lot of cardstock projects, so I don't have a lot of supply of cardstock. But we have our heart cut out. We have our pop-up cut out. And what you want to do is go over those perforated lines and just fold them on them. And then the center one, you'll want to fold that too. And I'm just using the back side of one so that I have white because I didn't have any white. And then on our big card, we have our perforated lines here, and we'll just fold that as well. So you'll just want to take glue or tape, and I like to take the image first and then glue or tape that to my pop-up, and then I will glue or tape that to the center of the card. So I'll go ahead and do that really quick for you. So I just have some double stick tape that I'm going to use. I try to use something that's not too bulky so that the card can still fold and kind of be flat. And then just be careful with what type of glue that you might use. You don't want it to dampen your cardstock. And I'll just flatten that out. I'm not going to add a lot of tape to this just because this is just for a tutorial, but if I was going to make this for a customer or to give as a gift, I would do as much tape as I could over the whole body of this just to make sure it's nice and sturdy. Make sure you don't go over, that piece is too big, your perforated line so that it does fold properly. Okay, one more piece. It's kind of up here. And then you just want to line your perforated line up with the card and just kind of try to center everything. And then again, push down. Then you can see when it folds. It looks pretty good. And then, ta-da! Pretty simple. And then I would just write my little note in here to whoever's getting it. Super cute, right guys? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe. If you hit the bell, you'll get notifications anytime I post new videos.
If you have a question about this, feel free to leave me a comment down below. I do try to get to those pretty quickly. If you have suggestions for other videos I should be doing, let me know those too. I appreciate your guys' feedback. We hit over 3,000 subscribers to my YouTube channel, so I do want to thank you all. Appreciate that. And if you want to join my Facebook group where we share files and projects that we're doing, I'll leave the link to that in the description box below. Until next time, guys, happy crafting!